There's a single line buried in most DeFi protocol terms that could legally allow developers to drain your wallet, rug the treasury, and walk away clean. And most of you have never read it. We're talking about the upgrade clause, the admin key provision, the "we reserve the right to change everything" sentence that sits quietly in the fine print while you're busy chasing yield. It usually shows up dressed in neutral legal language. Something like, the protocol may be modified at the discretion of the core team without prior notice, and your eyes just glide right past it, like it's a cookie consent banner. But what that sentence actually means is that a small group of pseudonymous developers holds a master key to a system you just trusted with real money. Think of it like signing a lease, where the landlord can legally redecorate, change the locks, and raise the rent simultaneously at 3 in the morning, and your only recourse is a Discord message that goes unanswered. That's not decentralization. That's a monarchy wearing a hoodie and a white paper. The reason this clause exists is partly technical and partly human. Smart contracts are imperfect, bugs happen, and teams genuinely need some ability to patch vulnerabilities before catastrophe strikes. But the same mechanism that protects you from a $50 million exploit is the exact same mechanism that can be used against you if incentives quietly shift. What makes this era so uniquely dangerous is that we lived through a golden window between roughly 2017 and 2021, where the rhetoric of trustless, permissionless, immutable was everywhere, and a lot of protocols actually delivered on it. Now the pendulum has swung, and upgradable has become a selling point rather than a red flag, quietly normalized by venture-backed teams who need flexibility to iterate and flexibility to exit. The historical pattern is painfully consistent. A new protocol launches with breathless community enthusiasm, TVL rockets, influencers pile in, and then somewhere around month 4 or 5, an upgrade gets pushed that nobody fully understood, and wallets start behaving strangely. It happened with Compound's governance drama, it happened with certain curve pool configurations, and it will happen again because the incentive structure hasn't changed. Here's the misconception you need to squash right now. A multisig does not automatically make an upgrade clause safe. 5 anonymous signers who all attended the same conference, share a Telegram group, and hold equity in the same entity is not a meaningful check on power. It's a performance of decentralization. What you actually want to see is a time lock, specifically a minimum 48 to 72 hour delay between when an upgrade is proposed and when it can be executed, giving the community a real window to audit, object, or exit. Bonus points if that time lock is controlled by a diverse, doxed, or at minimum reputation staked set of signers with no financial upside in pushing through sketchy changes. The practical lesson from every cycle is embarrassingly simple. Before you deposit, you open the contract on a block explorer, you search for the word proxy, and if you find an unprotected upgrade function with no time lock and a single owner address, you close the tab. That's not pessimism. That's the same due diligence a reasonable person does before handing their car keys to a stranger. Position sizing is your last line of psychological defense here. Because even great researchers get rugged, even audited code gets exploited, and even well-intentioned teams make decisions under pressure that retrospectively look criminal. If losing the entire position in any single protocol doesn't significantly change your financial life, your due diligence process becomes research rather than desperation, and that cognitive difference is enormous. There's something almost absurd about the fact that the same community that memorized every detail of tokenomics, vesting schedules, and APR calculations collectively skipped the 200 words that actually govern who controls the protocol. We optimize for upside comprehension and outsource downside literacy to the auditors, who, let's be honest, are paid by the very teams they're auditing. The discipline isn't in finding the perfect protocol, it's in building a repeatable checklist you run every single time, without exception, without shortcuts, and without letting a bull market narrative convince you that this one is different. Markets reward process over brilliance far more consistently than anyone in a Discord server will ever admit. At the end of it all, the upgrade clause isn't inherently evil. It's a tool, and tools reflect the character of whoever holds them. Your job isn't to avoid every protocol with one. Your job is to make sure you understand exactly who holds the key, what constraints exist on their power, and whether your position size reflects the honest answer to both questions. You can be comfortable with any outcome when your preparation is rational, your sizing is honest, and your decision was made with open eyes rather than open greed. The protocol might be fine, the team might be saints, and you might 10x, but you made the right call either way because the process was sound. And if you're looking to build real, tangible wealth through assets you can actually touch, whether that's real estate investing, home contracting work, or connecting with the right lenders, check out our links in the description below and let's get you started.